Hello everyone and welcome back to more Going Local here with Porto, and today is another decisive day in our season. We've got the semi-final of the Taça de Portugal as well as a Primeira Liga game which will help us on our quest to winning both those trophies. But speaking of trophies, we have actually now won one, so yeah, an off-screen trophy, not what I would necessarily want to do in a series entirely about winning trophies, but it's not one we needed and it just makes logical sense given how the games have sort of fallen. But anyway, after last time's fantastic 4-0 win against Benfica in the Taça de Portugal quarter-final, it has been some pretty good results since then. A 3-0 win in the league against Feyenoord first of all, Depay with another goal from the spot in that one. We then played Porto in the semi-final of the League Cup. I played a pretty much fully rotated team just to sort of see what would happen, and we won 3-0. Gabriel Bras scored a hat-trick. He is the new Christopher Julien. We do welcome back Jerome Angene. He's recovered and fit for the game today, but I don't think I'm going to necessarily be starting him. Bras has come in and done well, both at the back and at the front as well. So we made it through, and therefore it was the final. We played the final against Sporting, and it was a 2-0 win. Both goals from Ricardo Orsolini in the first half. So we ended up winning our first trophy with the club, our first trophy in Portugal, as said. Not one we needed, but still, it's nice to get the ball rolling, and hopefully there'll be a couple more to come over the rest of the season this week. But we then played Sporting in the league, back-to-back games against Sporting. This one was more disappointing, a 0-0. Away from home, you can't be too downhearted. You know, we still got a point. At least we did not lose, but it has allowed Benfica to close the gap on us, which is a bit annoying and frustrating. But then, most recently, a 4-1 win against Chavez, back to winning ways. Depay again from the spot seems to be finding the target. Why have I said that? He's not going to do it today. But that takes us to today's action. We are going to be playing Vitória Guimarães, both legs of the semi-final of the Taça de Portugal. They are who we've been drawn against. Still three potential slip-up teams. Obviously, we've taken out Sporting and Benfica ourselves, but some tricky sides in here. This could be a bit difficult. And they will also be playing Arouca in the league as well in between. They're currently bottom of the league, but it's the bottom of the league away from home, which in Football Manager terms is a guaranteed defeat. So we'll see how that one goes. And in terms of transfers, just to confirm that Sanusi did leave to go to Lyon for £19 million. We have not signed anybody else, but we have unfortunately had a few more injuries. Obviously, Angene is back, Boadu is back, but unfortunately Castrovelli, who has been instrumental to our season so far when he's played, really good player, he's going to be out for 2 months with a hip injury, which is disappointing, but he should be back before the end of the season, so should still be able to contribute in some way. But yeah, unfortunate, we're going to be losing him for a big chunk of games. So here's the team for the away leg of this semi-final against Vitória Guimarães. Diogo Costa, of course, is going to be in goal. Defence is going to be Dagbert, Bras, Leite and Sanchez. Angene is not going to come in. As said, I think Bras has done well, so keeps his place for the time being. Borges at the base of the midfield. Haidara comes in place of Castrovelli. Vitinha has had a bit of an injury recently, but he's back fit for this one. Orsolini on the right-hand side, Depay on the left, and Myron Boadu again. Bit of an injury, but he's back in up front. His injury record is not great. He's actually in his... he's not deemed injury-prone, but I feel he's been injured quite a lot this season, missed some important matches. Hopefully that will be the final of those injuries and he can just play between now and the end of the season. Some decent players in the Vitória team, including Japhet Tanganga, but we have to consider ourselves the favourites. That does, of course, potentially breed some complacency, but we should be getting this job done. First highlight, and it is Vitória Guimarães, but they're very deep. Can they build something, or can we intercept? At the moment, they're looking to build something out, although that is intercepted by Sanchez, and hopefully a quick counter from us. Depay taking his time, but he's cutting across the pitch. Been a little bit of a tackle on him, but we're still working the ball forwards, which is good. Orsolini's been slipped in. He finds the angle. Boadu's there. He's onside, which I would say is questionable, but it goes in, and that's exactly how I wanted to start the game. What a perfect first highlight. Why can't all games just be like this, really? Good work from Depay. Creates the chance, works the move, slips in Orsolini, and then the assist comes from the Italian. Boadu, that was tight. I'm not sure VAR is being used in this competition, but I don't care. Corner from Depay looking for Bras. He's not managed to find him. Yeah, Bras Definitely the most effective player we've had from a corner since, as Depay goes ridiculously close, since Christopher Julian has done pretty well. Dagba, long throw to Orsolini, gets it straight back off him, but lots of men in the box, of course. Therefore, we decide to go backwards. Brass plays it short to Borjo again, we a lovely flick from Bodie though, and Depay drags his shot wide. In the end, it was a good move. Definitely a decent first half performance. Need to keep going and see this one out, of course, in the second half and the second legs. But I mean, I don't know if away goals are a factor, but if they are, we've obviously got one, and yeah, we should have a good advantage at home anyway. Sanchez swings it in, looking for Orsolini. It's gone over his head, but the Italian recovers the ball, flicks it into Bodu. The shot is blocked, and it's blocked again. Carnage all over the place. Half an hour to go, and Vittoria de Guimaras are coming forwards, but then Haidara intercepts beautifully well, and we can counter once again. Bodu to Virginia. Going to probably take both of them off in a minute because they are not fully fit. Virginia's got it from Depay, and again, a save from Vaz. We could be, 5-0 up at this point? It's a good job we did score, but we've had a lot of opportunities that have been very close. Depay looking for Brass, and this time he finds him. Gabriel Brass with his 8th of the season to make it 2-0. It's not quite Julian level numbers, but he didn't. He's only played for a few weeks, a couple of months since Onjene got injured. So another corner in from Depay. Brass again, and that one, how that didn't go in, I don't know. Hit the bar, cleared off the goal line. Very unfortunate. Apparently did not go over. That would surely have sealed our place in the final, and instead, well, I thought it was a counter on, not anything doing. I've taken off Boadu and Virginia. It's going to be just a case of whoever looks the least fit out of Orsolini and Depay. Probably Depay, as he... I mean, how did that not go in? How did that not go in? Unbelievable. That's the third time we've hit the woodwork today? Absolutely ridiculous. And this could be a goal for Vittoria. Ball in, Leite is able to clear it away. Not quite as ridiculous as that Brazil game in the International Journeyman Series. If you're not watching the International Journeyman Series, go and watch it because it's a lot of fun. Right, Depay and Orsolini are both tired. I'm going to take off Depay. I guess he's sort of... I don't want to say he's more important because they're both equally important. They are our two best players, so I love them both and want them both to please be fine. Please don't injure Orsolini in the final few minutes of this one. Pualo's forward, it's blocked again. If they get a goal back, I'm going to be annoyed. Dagba stops it once more. Haidara sets away Sorlov, who sets away Diaz. The substitutes combining. Can we please get a third? Or are we going to hit the woodwork once again? Diaz, I mean, at least he didn't hit the woodwork, I suppose. And there we go, 2-0. It's not done, but, it's a good position to be in. We're certainly have one foot in the final, if we can call it that. The other game, Martimo beat Portimonense 2-0. Be interesting to see if they can hold on to that in the second leg away from home, but, well, that'll be good. Michael Laudrup has displayed a proclivity for splashing the cash since replacing you at Feyenoord, whereas you often appeared reluctant to spend. Do you have any thoughts on that? Yes, I care about financial management. I look for bargains, and overall, I am better than Michael Laudrup, who is an embarrassment to football. In fact, I'm literally just going to say he's only got that money because I saved up lots of money and developed lots of assets. I recently learned with the help of HITC 7s that Michael Laudrup was not part of the squad, the Denmark squad, that won the European Championships in 1992 because he was busy sulking. So, yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer man. Well, I said I hoped he wouldn't get injured again this season. I was at least hoping he would go until the end of the episode without getting an injury, but apparently that's beyond him. Boadu out again for 2 weeks. It's not a great record, is it, this season? Not great. But you know what? I tell you what is great. Benfica have lost. They've lost to Firenze 2-1. They were on a really good winning run. They beat Sporting. I'm not objecting to it. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Firenze. You've FM'd them a little bit. Not massively, though. Not massively. The XG is down, but the shots are broadly similar. Yeah. Well, unbelievable, but fantastic. Benfica lose just the second time this season, and the first time they've lost, other than to us, in the league. Well, yeah, that makes it That makes it a lot more interesting. Got 2 games in hand on them. Of course, the one we're about to play against Aruka. But if we win that, we'll go 7 points. We've still got 2 games in hand on them, and we still got to play them at home. So it's certainly very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Right, Aruka, this should be theoretically 3 points. So it doesn't always work that way, does it? Bodo, of course, missing. We'll bring in Sorlov, who's been more or less our second best performing striker so far this season. Okereki's been okay. I mean, Bodo's not been amazing, but he's at least been, relatively good. But anyway, I'll bring you the goals of this one. Hopefully there's plenty, and only for us. Well, 27 minutes in, no breakthrough, but Lauro has been sent off for Aruka. That's not going to make it easier for them, but I imagine they'll just go even more defensive. They've not had a shot yet, but we still haven't really had much of a good opportunity ourselves, and that's not a goal either. That highlight did result in a goal at the end, though. Haidara putting the ball across from the right hand side, and Vicinia's there ahead of the defender to head us into the lead. Lovely yellow stadium here, and we double it just a few minutes later. Depay with the corner in, and Brass once again, he is the new Julian. I like it. And it is 3. Haidara, he's taking the place of Castrovelli, and he's doing the things Castrovelli did for us. Great strike. It's going to be 3 more points. And we've got a penalty as well. Depay scores it. It's 4. It's been a very good performance, and it's 5. I mean, yeah, pretty much as one-sided as I thought it would be. Orsolini with a customary goal, and it's looking good. And we get 6, which is nice to see. What's nice about it especially is that the goal comes from Sorlov. He's not been great, but if he's scoring in the absence of Boadu, that is a good thing. And there we go, very good performance, very one-sided, but we got the job done. We did what we needed to do, and we move 7 points clear of Benfica. We still have a game in hand. Right, second leg against Vitória Guimarães, and I'm hoping that we can get the job done. I mean, 2-0, we should be fine, right? We should be fine. Could maybe rotate. Not going to do that. Probably will regret it, but there we go. Same team as the team that just put 6 past Aruka. Let's get the job done. No room for complacency. Just think that they're managed by Daniele De Rossi, which is, that's nice. But yeah, no complacency. You need to get this tie sealed up and secure our place in the final. Taca with a throw early on. An early goal would sort of, you'd think, pretty much seal it. He's tussling with a defender. Can he put the ball in? He can. It's cleared away by Bacca, but only as far as Borja. And we can look to recycle once again. Brass is very far right there, but he's managed to find Haidara, who's sprinting through the centre of the pitch. The ball's broken kindly to him, but the shot is not on target. Good early chance though, but I'm not confident until we can get a goal in this leg. I'm not confident. I don't know if away goals matter. Probably not, I would say. But yeah, we're still in a very good position. Here's Dagba, needs a bit of support from someone. He finds Vitinha, flicks it onto Depay, and Depay hits the post. We hit the post, 3-4 times in the first leg? We hit it at least 3 times against Aruka as well. I didn't show you that, but we love the woodwork today. Corner from Depay. Can he find Brass? He can, but it's kicked off the line by Mendes, and the resultant scuffle does not go in. He still has it to Vitinha. Gets it back. Haidara blocks again. Is it going to be one of those days? They've got Afonso Sousa in attacking midfield, who was like one of the go-to ridiculously cheap wonder kids right at the start of FM17, I believe it was. So yeah, that's nice to see. This is where he is now. I don't want to don't think the job is done. Why are you demotivated by that? Haidara and Depay demotivated by saying don't get complacent. Like, what are you doing? If we score here, it may well be. Brass goes just over the bar. Still not done. And this is what I mean by complacency, because here they come. Mesquita to just sort of play the ball around. Lots of options for them towards the box if someone can be found. It's a beautiful crossfield pass. Abreu is in, and he's nearly scored. Costa manages to get a fingertip to it. It's giving them a corner though. Half an hour still to go. We've not been great today. And they've nearly scored again, just hitting the post. Another corner in. Ball is cleared this time away by Brass, and we can hold on. Well, it looks like those were their moments, which they did not take into injury time. As I say that, Vitória coming forwards once again. Can we just not do anything stupid? Let's not have a nervy finish, shall we? Sanchez manages to intercept. We can counter. Okereke off the bench finds Vitinha just about. That was a smooth counter on there, but he mucked the pass up. Still could be though. Okereke flicks it forward to Jota, goes for the strike, and was that the woodwork again? Was that the woodwork again? 3 times today. How many times this episode? It's about 15. Absolutely ridiculous. Shot comes in from them. It goes wide. There are seconds left, and we are going to reach the final of the Taça de Portugal, which we need. We need to win it, but we have to be in the final if we're going to win it. And there we go. Job done. What about the other game? That could be crucial. And in the other game, Portimonense, who are having a very good season, they are 4th in the league, 4th or 5th in the league, beat Martimo 1-0, but it's not enough. They go out 2-1, and Martimo, who I'm pretty sure are in the relegation zone, have reached the final. And there we go, confirmation it will be Martimo in the final, and that final is not going to be until the 30th of May. This is what I mean. We've played a round every month, and now we've got to wait 3 months before we actually get to play the final. Seems a bit silly to me. Spread it out a bit more maybe. But anyway, that is something to look forward to at the end of the season. Yeah, as said, Martimo are currently down in 17th in the relegation zone. They are in a scrap with Aruca and Firenze in terms of being relegated. So obviously we will therefore lose that game 5-0. That's how it works. But plenty of football still to be played before then. In the meantime, not least of course the Primera Liga and the Europa League as well. Now, as said last time, I'm not gonna do the Rangers games as an episode because we've played Rangers enough in this save, and we've also been through the Europa League knockout rounds enough in this save. Obviously, if we get to the quarterfinals and beyond, then we'll do that. And in fact, actually, what I'm going to aim for next time, if we do beat Rangers, I'm pretty sure the second round will be nicely surrounding the Benfica game, which is the game I want to focus on next time. Potentially crucial moment in the title race. So yeah, as said, we'll go past the Rangers game, and then next time, if we beat them, it will be the second round with Benfica. If we get knocked out, then it'll just be 2 Primera Liga games. But anyway, that is going to be that for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like as well, and don't forget to subscribe too, so you don't miss what happens over the rest of the season. Can we get Portugal done in one? We've certainly put ourselves in a very good position.